Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video and would like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe. I apologize that I still have my sunglasses on. My pink eye is almost ready. I hope in about a couple of days I can get rid of these sunglasses. General Tsao chicken has for a long time been an American Chinese classic. For many years, it probably has been one of the favorite American Chinese dish. However, the dish is probably not the healthiest approach. So over the years, many people have asked me, is there a healthier version of this popular dish? In this video, I would like to show you a template that I have put together that will create a healthier approach to this wonderful dish. Okay, let's go into the kitchen and see what we could do. So the first thing I entered into the kitchen is to get some chicken out of the freezer. I put them in a sink of warm water and they will be thawed out in about 5 to 10 minutes. I normally only use lukewarm water because I'm afraid the chicken will be cooked prematurely if the water is too hot. While the chicken is being thawed, I'm going to get the rest of the cooking ingredient ready. The first thing I'm going to do is to make a sauce. I'm going to start with a half cup of water. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, followed by 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. The dark soy sauce with coloration to the dish, the light soy sauce more give the saltiness to the dish. I next add 2 tablespoons of sugar to provide the characteristic sweetness of General Tsao chicken. I then follow by adding half tablespoon of sesame oil, which is actually optional. To give that tanginess of the General Tsao chicken, I add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I just use regular distilled vinegar. To achieve that slight spiciness of General chicken, I add a quarter teaspoon of paprika, and then I follow by adding quarter teaspoon of ginger powder as well. One characteristic of General Tsao chicken is its heavy glaze over the surface. So I'm going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of cornstarch to the mixture. Next is I want to make sure that the cornstarch suspend evenly in the solution because otherwise they might become grainy. This is the flavor chasing part of my cooking system because during making the sauce, I constantly taste it to make sure that I will make adjustment accordingly to what I like. And next, I'm going to add some portobello mushroom to the dish. Now, I already have some of the mushroom sliced, but I want them to be smaller, so I cut them up into smaller chunks so they will fit better with the dish. In the refrigerator, I also found some orange pepper that I've already prepared earlier, so I'm going to add them to the dish as well. Finally, I find some sliced carrot in the refrigerator, which I'm also going to add to the dish. By now, the chicken is already thawed. I'm going to transfer them into a plastic container, which I'm going to create a light breading for the chicken. To create this breading, I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. This will provide a lightly breaded chicken, and from a nutritional standpoint, it is much healthier. And the reason I choose cornstarch in comparison to flour because cornstarch provides a crispier texture to the chicken. You can add different amount of cornstarch based on how crispy do you want the chicken to be. Or you can omit the cornstarch entirely and cook it the way as it is. So, okay, now we are ready to cook. I'm going to use my Cuisina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I start with by adding 2 tablespoons of canola oil to cover the surface of the wok. I'm going to spot season my wok using my spot seasoning method as shown in this video. I'm going to let the oil to smoke gently for about 15 seconds before I start to cook. This is the time when the oil seasons the wok. Make sure you turn down the heat because you don't want it to smoke too much to create too much film. I then next use a pair of tongs to add the chicken to the surface of the wok. As you can see that the chicken stuck together because of the cornstarch. I will try to separate the chicken from each other and lay them flat on the bottom surface of the wok. I discovered that the tong worked best in comparison to the wok spatula. This is an example of shallow frying. You conduct frying the chicken in a very small amount of oil by laying them flat, and then you turn them around as you continue with the frying process. And when I cook chicken in this kind of dishes, I use them in fairly large pieces. The next is that I'm going to add about a quarter cup of carrot. I'm not going to add too much. The carrot mainly to provide some color as well as some nutritional value. The carrot is what I call my keystone prep because I always have some carrot on hand. Carrot is useful for cooking in many types of dishes. They not only give excellent flavor and texture, but they also add great color to the dish. As shown here, I continue to use my shallow frying technique by turning the chicken around. Make sure that the different surfaces of the chicken are being fried at the bottom to the bottom of the wok. As you can see by now, the chicken start to actually being fried, and you can see the breading on the surface of chicken start to turn slightly brown. This is the time for me to add the mushroom. I add the mushroom later because I do not want to overcook the mushroom. And as you can tell, you can add as much or as little mushroom to your own personal preference. I cut the mushroom to the size about blending into this particular dish. So they're about the same size as the size of the chicken. So as you can see, I have switched to the wok spatula because now I am in full stir frying mode. So by now the chicken is cooked and the mushroom is cooked just right. So I'm going to turn off the heat. In my case, I have to remove the wok from the stove because I have an electric stove. Next, I'm going to add the sauce to the wok. As you can see that because the wok is still very hot, as soon as the sauce hit the wok, it starts to sizzle immediately. I use the wok spatula to quickly turn it because the sauce thickened right in front of my eyes. As you can see, it creates and glaze almost immediately. So okay, to finish the dish off, I'm going to garnish it with some orange pepper as well as some scallion. Both of them doesn't need to be cooked, they just need to be mixed into the chicken dish. So with a few quick mix, the dish is ready, and now I'm going to transfer it to a serving plate. So I designed this dish to possess all the characteristics of the General Tsao chicken with a light breading, with the sweet flavor, and with the glaze over the chicken. I also make the chicken healthier by adding the vegetables into the dish. So finally, I'm going to garnish the dish with sesame seed. I really enjoy sesame seeds. I believe it adds a very nice texture to the dish. So the dish is done, and the total cook time of this dish is a little bit over 5 minutes. Okay, I want to show you about cleaning up the wok. As you can see that there are very few things stick to the bottom of the wok because the wok is well seasoned. I've used my wok brush, it does a really good job. And anything that remains not easily detached by the wok brush, it could be taken care of with a scrub pad. And this is the reason I really like the stainless steel wok. With proper cleaning, it is very easy to maintain. My son loves General Tsao chickens, so I made this dish for him recently and asked his opinion about it. He told me that he really likes it. In fact, the best part he really enjoys is the mushroom in the dish. He told me that the General Tsao chicken sauce goes really well with the portobello mushroom. So as you can see, the sauce is really the essence of this dish. By taking the right combination of ingredients, you can make the dish as attractive as the original version that is only served with chicken. So with my fast cooking system, with the 4 attributes in flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, you have the flexibility to create many versions based on a basic template. If you enjoy General Tsao chicken, I will give this recipe a try. Once you have become familiar with the template, you can start to make modifications. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like icon below because this will help me to expand my audience base. If you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.